Okay, this is a follow-up to the video I did a few days ago concerning the young lady Salle. You see in the photo now. Once again, you see the photo, the so-called transformation photograph. And if you listen to that video, I'll probably try and insert a clip of myself saying it. I mentioned there that I've seen so many instances and I've heard so many stories and I've experienced some examples of the fact that over here in Nigeria, when you see something go viral, you need to really apply some critical thinking and be extra vigilant, because sometimes, quite often these days in Nigeria, when you see any story going viral, it's actually been the result of very elaborate staging. Well, and I was saying that if this girl had always been like this and she was only presented to us in this pure shell of a person on the left, and that she has actually been like this person on the right, okay, in order to kind of make people fall in love with her. I said, if that was the case, well then we have ourselves to blame. And also, what exactly will be the message we're trying to pass on to younger girls who are like her? You know, nothing you see in Nigeria these days is real anymore, with the politicians and with the citizens. Now, but back to this young lady's case. What I'm therefore saying is that if it is that they've stage managed this thing and this girl has always been like this, but they wanted to present her in this innocent shell so that people will fall in love with her, you know, the character they were playing, no problem. Let's assume she's always been like this. Let's assume she's always been comfortable exposing her breast and looking as sassy and as undignified an African woman as she is right now. Okay, no problem. However, the question is, what are we trying to build in the society? Look, I'm going to take you through this thread here on the Real Mockery's page. I just want to take you through so you see what people are saying. I read a story just after I did the video in which it was asked, the question was asked, what the headline was, did Salle lie about her being a hawker and things like that? Well, people are now coming into the comments and giving us more details. So I want you to read. I just want to read to you some of the comments in here, then I'll give you my final thoughts on this. This is the last time I'm going to talk about this young lady. I have a 15-year-old daughter and I have a 12-year-old daughter as well. Believe me, they know where I stand on this, and they've always been told that they must dress with dignity. You know, so for me, when we see the so-called grass to grace success story of a young girl and it's going this way, then it's not the kind of thing I want to recommend to my daughters. I'm glad I never mentioned her before now, and I just sent them the video I did instead, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. So let me just take you through the comments so you can see what Reno said there, and I really think it's appropriate. But I suspected this to a great extent. I was like, let's say 30% weary, you know, of whether or not to believe the story. But I was in love with the fact that this girl, such simple looks, could have this kind of talent. But sadly, as it looks now, it's like what people are saying is true. So Reno says, may God bless and prosper her. I prefer her former look. Her talent is her voice, and her grass to grace story is her appeal. I hope those managing her don't strip her of that undefiled innocence we saw barely a month ago. That unspoiled pure innocence is her ticket to the top. There are so many artists with sex appeal. That field is crowded. Adele set the record for longest charting album by a female solo artist without losing her innocence, and I am confident Salle can go far with it. Unfortunately, to be honest with you, the way she's embraced this new look suggests to me that the things that are being said now about how she got where she is today may be true. So, Mr. Reno, I already suspected it, because I walk the streets. I tell people all the time, I walk the streets, and I say the picture most of us who are the older generation have. I'm 51. My generation, the picture we have in our heads of the society that we're in needs to change, because the society has completely changed. I move a lot with the younger people. Many of them are half my age. I relate with them, I talk with them, and I get very close to my kids, and I'm telling you, the worldview they have is completely different from ours. We need to wake up. And you know, if you can't do anything to the rest of the society, at least for your kids, give them the right guidance, give them the right moral compass, help them to develop the right moral compass, so they don't derail. And because no matter how it happens, whether we like it or not, if they derail, it says something about us. It rubs off on us. So if they derail, then it means that we also derail, you know, and it's never good. All right, but let me take you through the comments just so you see. So these people are responding to Reno's comments, and there's this gentleman Afo called Gene Joshua. His was the one that really caught my eye. You have been deceived. This girl was never what you thought she was. She staged her introduction. The current picture is the emergence of her real self. How can she be a hawker with that kind of ajebo skin? Man, that last sentence threw me off. But the first part of it, yeah, I believe that. I actually believe this girl knew what she was doing from day one. And I think she was in the decision-making mode. It wasn't like people were deciding for her. I think this young girl knew what she wanted and found people to help her achieve her goal. Period. Okay. Then you can see this other person responding to this Joshua guy. The problem you guys have in Nigeria is not reading extensively any news caption, but to rush and react rubbish. Okay, the newspaper houses will give a caption to their news to attract readers, but in Nigeria, news headlines become a topic without understanding or reading the whole information. For your information, she wasn't a hawker, and her exposure wasn't stage managed to attract fans or whatever anyone thinks. She actually said it that the guys in that video did that video and posted her, saw her when she was returning from the market where she went to give her mom something with the tray she was carrying. The people that posted her never said she's a hawker. It was your assumptions. If you don't like the girl, just go to bed with your hatred than trying to sell your hatred to others to buy. Though I know that the ones that will, but it's those that I don't know what she's saying there. But that other person, this person responding to me, that's not what the trend in the story has been. There's a write-up, as I said, but again, it's just like the other lady who was one-legged and became viral, and then later it turns out that we heard that it was all arranged. This is Nigeria. I have in the first video, I'll put a description link and the link to that video in the description box under this video. You can go and listen to it. I said it in that I told two different stories about how I found out people were manipulating stuff that was happening on social media and on reality TV, and this was not somebody told me. I witnessed it. So Nigeria these days, I don't even take anything that goes viral seriously anymore. It's that bad. This is it. I was just going to post the video as I'd done it using the Reno Mockery Facebook post, when I just decided to do a search based on the title I said I saw in the news story. I had seen the title some days ago, just some hours after I posted the first video I did on this girl, on Salle, and the title had been like whether or not she lied. So I decided to just say, what, let me just see if there's any other website that's saying the same thing, and to my, well, I wouldn't say it's to my surprise. To be honest with you, my gut level instincts had been telling me that, yeah, this whole thing was a scam of sorts. Check this out. I'm going to read it because I really think you need to hear it the way it was said. So you see the photo there. The lady, of course, in the middle is a Mampo. But let me just read. Let me read some of the high points here. A viral video with Salle, who's purported unrehearsed freestyle rendition. It wasn't an unrehearsed. I saw the way she keyed into the beat. That was the thing. But again, sometimes you're excited. You want to see this grass to grace story so bad, you decide to just put your brain on hold. If not, if you see the way, go and watch that first video. The way she keyed into that beat, it was just too much. And then there were some things she began to say, in terms of what her own vision and all that was. It sounded like somebody who had been prepared for this for a long time. It wasn't like somebody that just happened on to success, and so it's all coming out now, and one is forced to revisit the initial feelings one had. That's where I'm coming from. All right, now Sal's video emerged online last week. She was seen carrying a tray, blah blah blah. Her interviewers were voices in the background. They seemed to be stunned at her talent. We heard all that before. I won't bother to play the video. You can play that yourself. It's all over the video, all over the internet. Now, here's what this article says. The video seemed genuine at first, and this is a website. What's the name of this? Afrique, Report Afrique, right? Reportafrique.com. The video seemed genuine at first. After celebrities like John Jazzy and Tunde Ednot posted a video on their pages, it went viral. Her story seemed relatable. Of course, we all fell in love. Like I said, the whole shell of purity and simplicity she was presented in made her just so much lovable. We all fell in love with her. All right, so it was easy for people to connect with it. However, emerging facts now suggest her story could have been a part of a publicity stunt to make her popular. Now, this is the one that gets me. The extent to which they will go is a reflection of the character of this young woman and those that are managing her. This is the truth. She cannot escape this because she never came out to deny it. In fact, this was posted on her Twitter. Check this out. A line of thought she further made believable with lies that CNN's Christina Mampo requested to have an interview with her. Look at this posted right under her own handle on Twitter. This is crazy. She posted this photo of Amampo. Amampo wrote this: "Salle, you are a star and inspiration to many all over the world. Will you kindly accept an invitation to tell your story on my show?" God damn, this is crazy. The question is, fact check. All right. So after the video of her went viral, her new social media account amassed over 200,000 followers. Her Twitter account then made that announcement. Okay, the screenshot was shown, but when this is the website talking now. When reporter Freak investigated this, no trail of the conversation in her screenshot was traced to Amampo's verified account on Twitter. Okay, she had made all that up and the screenshot was photoshopped. Can you believe that? Let's go to Rihanna. I was curious about the Rihanna story. The story of Rihanna, I haven't read this, so please, this is as new to you as it is to me. The story of Rihanna contacting her and Amampo inviting her for an interview have also gone viral, with many popular Nigerian blogs spreading it without verifying. God knows I didn't spread it, but I believed it. I believed it, and I was happy for her. A frontline newspaper in Nigeria, The Nation, published her lies before deleting the article after realizing it was fake news. My God, how far will we go? This girl, she looks comfortable in this skin. Look at her here. She looks so comfortable being dressed this way. This was no innocent girl that was pushed into. No. This girl knew what she was doing. My God, it's just the level of cunning that goes into it that amazes me. The kind of mind she has. Oh my God, we're in trouble. If a 17-year-old is like this, we're in big trouble. Now, Salle fooled her new fan base. Her publicity team lied her way to fame, and the public is buying it without a second guess. A Facebook user named Josh the Net Blaster wrote, "In all you do in life, pray for grace. It takes you over years and many times of labor with no result. Remember the hawker girl Salle that went on social a few days ago? She has been transformed, and report has it that Grammy winner Rihanna has reached out to her. Even Chris." So look, it was a nice story to tell, wasn't it? It is the same storyline on so many social media users post or comment. They think her sudden rise to fame is a result of the divine work of God. To Nigerians react. Okay, after uncovering Salle's lies, some Nigerians have come to the conclusion that Salle's video was a publicity stunt to make her popular. Some said she may also not come from a poor background as depicted in the video. Okay, this gentleman Chukunonso Ezekwe, "I have shied away from putting this out, but for folks that see any content that goes viral and jump on it without due." Oh, I said this in my first video. I'm going to end this clip, this video. I'm going to end it with a clip from my first video in which I said this thing this gentleman is saying now. I said it, and now with this one has happened, I will never believe another viral video in this country again. All right, he said, "For folks that see any content that goes viral and jump on it without due diligence, think a little before resharing. First, when you see any content that goes viral and it originates from one of your IG influencers, the possibility of being a paid PR stunt is on the high side. This is the nature of our celebrities. Salle is a mad-ass talent, blessed with the genes, Z's, rhymes and tone, but the way and manner she came into limelight were all sponsored. Secondly, she never had any convo with Rihanna or Christina Amampo. That was a photoshopped image. Thirdly, she's not 17 years, my God, as claimed in different quarters. No, this is not to undermine the fantastic prowess of that soon-to-be music goddess, but an information watch. I don't know what I mean by goddess soon-to-be. That integrity flaw is enough to make me walk away. But again, I guess I'm not part of the mainstream audience, so who am I to say what will happen to her? I mean, people will still probably embrace her because she's popular and she's talented. I think that character flaw is enough. If she could go this far to do this, then she's not a role model I want to promote. And celebrities are meant to be role models that, other children will look up to, other people will look up to. That's a flaw that I think is inexcusable. Except she's able to come out and say, you know what, I was like that, I will no longer be like that, I promise I will no longer do that. That one alone, I don't even know if it's possible to get true remorse from her. I think this is her deep-seated character flaw. While Salle's image continues to rise, her team must understand that while her video may pass for a publicity stunt, faking a tweet from a personality like Amampo or claiming to receive a call from Rihanna may have consequences that borders on the spelling of border. This is the thing. On the integrity of her new brand or in the near future. Again, threading. That's threading. Supposed to be TR. Within a safe zone should be rather be considered. Oh Lord Almighty, Nigeria gives me headaches. Honestly, the the disregard for the need for authenticity, credibility, integrity, honesty, and just truthfulness. The disregard for it in today's society, the way people are embraced despite the fact that they displayed a total lack of it, is mind-boggling to me. And I think that's where I'm going to end it. I think that's really the crux of the matter. This young lady played all of us, and I think she's not going to be the first person that's done it. I think several of the stories we've seen before were actually staged. It's just that maybe they were not as obvious as this one. I think now Nigerians need to be wary, because the power of the social media platform is great, and when we give this kind of exposure to people of questionable character of this nature, people who have such questionable morals and values, then we are putting up role models of success to our younger ones that are inappropriate. And I think that's a shame. Hopefully we'll all realize this and begin to exercise more caution. I think we should begin to be more skeptical about what we believe on social media in Nigeria in particular. I really think, as usual in Nigeria, we find a way to corrupt everything. Social media has been a powerful tool for changing lives, but now people are beginning to do the usual Nigerian nonsense again. It's sad, but the message to pass here, finally, my final words is, let's get more alert to the possibility that something we're being shown could actually all be stage managed. I think this is the case in this particular story, and it's sad, but hopefully we can do better with other ones. Cheers.